Greetings, my good bitches. The name's Francis, QueenCokeFrancis. I'm an editor, Twitch streamer, drag artist, and I'm here because of you. Yes, it was my decision to start a channel and make the content that I do here, but the only reason my channel is where it is now is because of you. And you all are also the reason she came in the mail. Isn't she beautiful? Presented to QueenCokeFrancis for passing 100,000 subscribers. That's you! She also came with this very nice note, and I think these words apply to you as well. Do you remember your first subscriber, your 100th, or your 1000th subscriber? Chances are you do. And we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Your fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe you showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came to your channel, your audience stayed and their numbers increased because of you and the community you've built. We're proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations! We know that you have many more stories to share with your community, and we know your fans can't wait for you to amaze them even more with your commitment and creativity. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you'll do next, and we're here to support you along the way. We'll see about that. And who knows, when you reach your millionth subscriber, we may just write to you and ask, do you remember your 100,000th subscriber? Yours sincerely, Neil Mohan, YouTube CEO. Considering what I do, this might be the last time I ever hear kind words from a CEO in any context, so thank you for being here to experience that with me. She also came with this little card here. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. Thank you, Rick. As a great man once said, you guys are the real heroes. And yes, she's a natural beauty, but she's a bit plain, isn't she? I mean, I'm super hot out of drag too, but if she wants to be in a QueenCokeFrancis video, we're gonna have to glam her up a little bit. So join me as I, put my silver play button in drag. I've never done this kind of video before, so we'll see how this goes. And if you're disappointed in this one, well, I have a few videos that are more my specialty that I have planned for Pride Month, which is the perfect time for both of us to stock up on Pride pins thanks to my partnership with Pinace. Pinace is a queer and trans-owned small business that specializes in high-quality Pride pins, especially their customizable Pride pins and pin sets. There are 36 identities and pronouns to choose from that can be matched into a 2- or 3-piece circle. I wanted a 3-piece circle that would include the bisexual flag, the non-binary flag, and the new gay flag, and the site actually allowed me to visualize my pin set ahead of time. So I just put my selections into the selection wizard, and voila, a beautiful 3-piece set, which I now have right here. Pinace also offers these 2-piece semicolon sets that are inspired by the semicolon project as a symbol for suicide prevention, signifying that one's story is not yet over. And as someone who has ideated and survived in the past, I got this semicolon set to represent both my identities and the fact that I'm still here and I ain't going anywhere. These pins are super high quality and smooth to the touch, and they're made in a BSCI facility that's certified for human rights adherence and social compliance. Each pin piece has 2 backs on them, so these bad boys are secure and will stay on in even the wildest of mosh pits. And in addition to their Pride sets, they have collections for body positivity, social justice, D&D themed pieces, and many more. So if you'd like to make anything from a huge pin collection to a virgin jacket just a bit more fabulous, you can get 15% off by using my special link pinace.com/QueenCokeFrancis. That's pin-ace.com/QueenCokeFrancis. And now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Let's put this diva in drag already. So first off, let's paint her face. Now, this might be controversial, but I really don't feel like actually drawing directly onto my silver play button that I worked very hard to receive. And since I'm making her in my image, and I've always wanted to be a cute anime girl, I drew these eyes the night before filming this section, and even though I had my camera in place and everything, I forgot to film me drawing them because I'm a dingus. dingus. Thankfully, all my years of drawing magical girls during math classes I failed have finally paid off. If you care, I used a graphic brush pen, a white Jelly Roll gel pen, and some colored pencils. I also got these little rhinestone lip stickers, so by the time this is done, she'll look like a cross between a Sailor Moon character and Patrick that one time he put his glasses on. So I very carefully cut out the eyes and secured them with wig tape. There's a little bit of tape sticking out from this edge here, which absolutely infuriates me because I'm a perfectionist, but hey, perfect is boring. At least that's what I tell myself at night so that I can sleep. And the lips were already sticky, and boom! She got a whole face. Her nose is so snatched you can't even see it. I really wanted her eyes to sparkle, so I'm gonna add a few tiny rhinestones around the eyes and pupils, which I applied with some expert tools like my clumsy ass fingers, and then I just set them in place with the Elmer's glue that I used to glue down my brows and a dash of hairspray. She's looking pretty fierce so far, but as they say, if you're not wearing lashes, you're not doing drag. And out of all the dumb, gatekeepy, quote-unquote rules of drag, that's the only one I agree with. So I tried applying an older pair of my signature lashes that you always see me wearing in videos, but they were far too heavy for this frail diva who's only 8 ounces soaking wet. Thankfully, I still had a bunch of shorter lashes on hand from back when I first started experimenting with drag, so I glued them on with lash glue just like I usually do. But I don't want her to get clocked for only wearing top lashes the way Latrice Royale did.
Can you see my lashes from here, bitch? I got on lashes. I wear lashes, top and bottom lashes. So I don't know what you're talking about.
And these are from your Ring My Bell episode.
Oh, well, that'll do it. I didn't have on lashes that day.
I can take the heat, but she is new to the game, and I'm admittedly a bit overprotective of her at the moment. So I gave her some bottom lashes as well. I cannot for the life of me remember what brand either of these are because I threw their outer boxes away years ago, but I'm pretty sure I got these at like Target. Since people have asked though, the ones that I always wear in videos are the B802 doubles from Eldora. She's looking much more glamorous, but there still aren't enough rhinestones here in my humble opinion. I firmly believe that there can always be more rhinestones. So I used some jewelry glue to apply these medium-sized pink and white ones to surround the top of the mirror border. I'm not going to go all the way around because her clothes are going to cover up most of this section, but I wanted her to still have a bit of mirror cleavage on display, and I'm also going to apply some to the outer border, but I'm including these large iridescent rhinestones as well. None at the top though, since that's where the wig will be going. I think her face and body yada yada are sufficiently glammed up, so let's move on to the fashion. I intentionally wore that outfit in the intro because I wanted it to match this cute goth baby dress I got for her. Width-wise, it actually fits her perfectly, but we gotta adjust the height a bit because she's a short bitch. So I'm gonna give her some top surgery and put this section off to the side for now, and I'm gonna tighten and secure the bottom, I guess, diaper-ish section with some safety pins. I know nothing about children's clothes. I have never once changed or even touched a diaper in my life, and I fully intend on keeping it that way. So now that this bottom part is taken in, we can focus on the pretty tulle part of the dress. And yes, the bows on the skirt are cute, but I'm going to reapply the top part of the dress over them because I want her top to have a lapel. And I want the top to have a lapel so that I can attach my adorable pride pins from Pinace to it, both my 3-piece circle and my semicolon set. If you haven't already, be sure to use my special link, pinace.com/QueenCokeFrancis to get 15% off on some truly cool pride pins and to support a queer and trans owned small business. And now, finally onto the wig. I of course needed a shorter one because she's a short bitch. A friend of mine who's also a drag artist gave me a massive box of wigs, and I was able to find this one, which just so happened to match the color of my nails, so I think it was meant to be. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy with this one. I'm just gonna brush it out and trim the bangs so that they don't cover her beautiful eyes. I'm gonna do the unthinkable, guys. I'm gonna do the thing that I explicitly told people not to do in my last video. I'm gonna give her a set of PR bangs. I know, I'm a bit of a hypocrite for this, but do keep in mind, I'm not styling a wig for a human person. I'm styling a wig for an 8 by 10 inch silver plaque, which is a sentence I never thought I would say. So her facial proportions are wildly different from what I'm used to. Also, fun fact, I am terrible at trimming bangs, so this took me way longer than it should have. I do have behind the scenes content on my Patreon for how I make and style my wigs, and I've received a lot of requests for wig tutorials, but I'm not planning on doing that anytime soon. Because for one, it's not the direction I want my channel to go. Two, I'm busy enough writing and filming and editing my regular content as it is. And three, there are already plenty of fantastic wig tutorials out there that I have learned practically everything from, so I wouldn't really be sharing any new information. Almost everything I know is from Online Kind, James Mansfield, and Kinpatsu Cosplay. Definitely check out those divas and their wig tutorials. They are immensely helpful and they are all immensely talented people. So now that the bangs are generally where I want them, I'm gonna zhuzh it up a little bit and lean into the anime girl style a bit more. So I'm gonna give her some Misa Mane sorta pigtails. I use zip ties to do this rather than regular hair ties because they're more secure and they allow the rest of the wig to lay more flat. And then I'll just tease him up a bit, give him a hairspray bath, and boom! A wig fit for a silver play button. And now, the moment of truth. Applying the wig to her square-ass head. It actually wasn't that difficult. I just used some wig tape to secure the sides and the hairline, and the bangs look proportional on her now because, well, she's square. All right, here she is, boys. Here she is, world. Meet Queen Coke Leo. I lost track of the amount of comments I received asking me if I was gonna change my name to that. Guys, you really think that just because another Mary in a dress kicked the bucket that I'm gonna change my whole drag name? That's what drag daughters are for. Anyway, Queen Coke Leo, her pronouns are she, they, and she is a pansexual switch, and she is on a mental health journey. We both are, together. And I love her very much. And thank you all for allowing me to have her. And this might be the stupidest video I've ever done. I hope this slight change of pace was still entertaining for you all, and if not, I'll be going back to my regular shtick later in the month. Unless you want me to do more shit like this. When I get my gold play button, then we'll see. But you know what was undoubtedly entertaining? The winning comments from the last video. John M7512 says, James Corden really put on the most basic black bow tie, which was only 12.5% wider than normal, and said, yeah, this is honoring black dandyism. Joey Durant 6267 says, I only and exclusively dated redheads for about 15 years, and the running joke was, quote, I've seen more red carpet than Joan Rivers. Yokai Enthusiast says, you can dance behind me at the bowling alley anytime. And, as promised, the most plausible explanations for Dua Lipa's outfit at the 2025 Met Gala. Jade Doney 6447 says, Dua Lipa's just cosplaying as Big Bird's wife in mourning. Yeah, I can see that. Finn1 says, I can explain the Dua Lipa look. You see, the fringe is representative of I don't know. This matches the theme because it doesn't. Not to mention those stunning see-through gloves on her hands. For some reason, overall a gorgeous on-theme look. And finally, Mand Assassin says, I firmly believe that, as Dua Lipa was waiting to walk the red carpet in some kind of celebrity holding area, her original skirt suffered a terrible catering accident. Unable to pick out all the hors d'oeuvres from the intricately constructed masterpiece that was, her desperate assistant ritually sacrificed in a nearby decorative throw pillow and safety pinned it in place mere moments before go time. Having saved Dua Lipa from Winnie the Poohing it down the runway, her assistant promptly had a stress-induced breakdown and fled into the Adirondacks, never to be seen again. You too could be featured in the next video. Leave a comment below. I will pick my favorite ones and give you a shout out next time, but if you would like to guarantee your name be featured at the end of every video, please consider joining my Patreon. If you join any of the membership tiers that are conveniently named after Fallout protagonists, your name will be featured at the end of every video. You might also get other cool stuff like access to my Discord, behind the scenes content on how I make my wigs, ad-free and uncensored versions of my videos. So if you love my videos and my drag, you can support this channel directly by clicking the link to my Patreon in the description box. If you'd like to see me simp for my favorite game characters and get visibly frustrated in real time, please follow me on Twitch. And if you'd like to see even more of my clown mug elsewhere, please consider following me on Instagram or Threads or Blue Sky. My handle for all of the above is at QueenCokeFrancis. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't done so already, please perform a stellar musical number with your drag daughter, and when she inevitably upstages your tired old ass, reclaim the crowd's attention by going ahead and unzipping your pants and dick slapping those like and subscribe buttons as hard as you can. Thank you again to Pinace for partnering with me on this video, and thank you so much to all of my patrons and subscribers who have helped my channel grow and thrive the way that it has been, and who allowed Queen Coke Leo to come to life. And, of course, as always, until next time,